For my great conquests, I do not seek glory alone, I seek unity. These words of Alexander the Great capture a ruler whose aspirations went beyond land acquisition. In a time of turmoil, Alexander envisioned a world where diverse cultures could coexist harmoniously. This ambition drove him across continents, forging an empire from Greece to India. Alexander emerged from a period of instability. The Macedonian kingdom, nestled in the north, was a crucible of power and intrigue. Under his father Philip II, who unified the Greek city-states, Alexander was trained to be a leader of uncommon vision. However, this legacy came with great expectations. As he faced the challenges of a fractured realm, Persia loomed large, a kingdom with vast resources. Yet, Alexander's determination defied convention. He was inspired by the cultural richness around him and longed for unity among the peoples he would encounter. Macedonia was a hub of ideas and cultural exchange. Alexander absorbed Greek philosophies, the martial prowess of the Macedonian army, and the traditions of the Persian Empire. He understood that to conquer was to create a narrative of unity that could endure time. This vision guided him as he departed from Pella, embarking on a journey that would mark history. Each campaign posed formidable challenges, requiring him to navigate alliances and confront war. As he advanced, he pondered how to transform conquered lands into harmonious cultures. This question shaped his military and governance strategies, seeking not just victories but bonds between peoples. Thus began Alexander's Odyssey, woven with ambition and the relentless pursuit of his vision. In 334 BCE, at the Granicus River, Alexander faced the Persian forces with boldness. The landscape was stark, the river a turbulent barrier that foreshadowed the clash ahead. Drenched in the morning mist, his troops, weary yet resolute, awaited the command. As he drew his sword, its blade glimmering with the promise of glory, he rallied his cavalry, igniting the fires of determination within them. Today, we don't just fight for territory, we fight for a future where our cultures can meld as one. His voice rang out, echoing against the hills that surrounded them, a clarion call that sent his men charging across the riverbank with ferocity. Leading that fierce cavalry charge, Alexander shattered the enemy ranks like glass underfoot. The clash of steel and the cries of battle filled the air, a cacophony that would herald the dawn of a new power capable of uniting cultures under a common vision. The victory at Granicus was not merely a military triumph, it was a declaration, a manifesto that proclaimed his intent to transcend the mere act of conquest and instead foster unity among disparate peoples. Yet with victory came new challenges. News of his conquests spread like wildfire, igniting fear and loyalty among cities in Asia Minor. Some welcomed him as a liberator from Persian rule, while others resisted his advance, their loyalty to Darius III still unyielding. The ancient city of Miletus, with its rich cultural tapestry, saw both excitement and trepidation as whispers of Alexander's might reached its bustling markets and agora. Moving south, Alexander faced Tyre, a city that resisted for months, its formidable walls rising like an ancient sentinel against the sea. The salty breeze carried the scents of spices and the sounds of merchants bargaining, but to Alexander, Tyre was a tantalizing prize. He devised a strategic plan to besiege the fortress, constructing a causeway that would allow his troops to storm its walls. The relentless sun beat down on his soldiers as they labored for weeks to build the wooden structure, their sweat mingling with the salt of the sea. After 7 grueling months, Tyre fell, but the victory exposed the harsh realities of conquest, reminding him that peace often came at a steep price. The streets of Tyre, once vibrant with life, now lay strewn with the remnants of battle, a stark reminder of the cost of ambition. As Alexander walked through the city, he felt a pang of sorrow for the lives lost, his heart heavy with the weight of responsibility. Was this what unity meant, he mused, grappling with the paradox of his conquests. Emerging from Tyre, Alexander turned to Egypt, where he was greeted with reverence rather than resistance. The sun-drenched sands of the Nile stretched towards the horizon, and the ancient pyramids loomed majestically, their presence a testament to the civilization's resilience. In Memphis, amidst the golden temples and the throngs of worshippers, he was crowned pharaoh in 332 BCE, merging Macedonian royalty with Egyptian traditions, laying the foundation for a cosmopolitan empire. He immersed himself in Egyptian society, seeking to understand their customs, their gods, and their way of life. Proclaimed the son of the god Amun, his divine right to rule was solidified, and he reveled in the connection he forged with this ancient land. "Here, I am not just a conqueror but a part of something greater," he reflected, feeling the weight of the double crown resting upon his head, an emblem of the unity he sought to cultivate. But as he departed Egypt, the vastness of his ambitions loomed over him. Facing Darius III at the Battle of Gaugamela in 331 BCE, the stage was set for one of the most significant clashes in history. The landscape was vast and open, dotted with the distant tents of the Persian army, their numbers far greater than his own. The sun glinted off their armor, a stark contrast to the dust and grit that clung to Alexander and his men. As the sun rose on that fateful day, tension filled the air, thick and palpable. Alexander felt an unwavering resolve course through him. He was not just fighting for land, but for a vision of unity that bridged divides. He rallied his men, their faces set with determination, and with a voice that echoed through the ranks, he said, "Today, we write our destiny. Each of you carries the weight of our future." His words ignited a fire within them, transforming fear into courage as they prepared to face the larger Persian army. In the chaos of war, Alexander became a legend. His tactical brilliance shone like a beacon, as he maneuvered with precision, adapting to chaos and turning the tide of battle. The dust swirled around them, obscuring the battlefield, yet his keen eyes pierced through the haze, spotting weaknesses in the enemy lines. He danced between his men, directing them with an almost supernatural understanding of warfare, embodying the very soul of leadership. As the clash of swords and the cries of the wounded echoed in his ears, each fallen soldier reminded him of the cost of ambition. Yet with every victory, the flames of unity burned brighter. The battle was a testament to his belief that greatness lay not in conquest but in weaving humanity into a shared destiny. When Darius fled, leaving behind his once mighty army, Alexander felt a bittersweet triumph wash over him. He had won, but at what cost? The victory was hollow, echoing with the voices of those who had fought and died. As Gaugamela settled into history, Alexander emerged victorious, realizing that his true measure would be in the hearts and minds he inspired. With the vast territories of Persia now under his control, he faced the daunting task of governance. Rebellion simmered beneath the surface, threatening to undo all he had achieved. Yet, instead of ruling through fear, he adopted a policy of fusion, integrating local customs and governance. He understood that lasting unity could not be forged through the sword alone but through understanding and respect for the diverse cultures under his command. His marriage to Roxana, a Sogdian princess, symbolized this commitment to unity. The ceremony was a vibrant tapestry of culture, blending Macedonian and Eastern traditions, celebrating their differences rather than erasing them. As they exchanged vows, surrounded by the colors and sounds of their respective heritage, Alexander saw the potential for a new world, one where boundaries could dissolve in favor of shared humanity. As he moved deeper into Asia, he encountered diverse peoples resistant to his rule. The Scythians, fierce and proud, employed guerrilla tactics that challenged traditional military strategies. Rather than retreat, Alexander adapted, establishing garrisons as centers of cultural exchange, promoting intermarriage to forge bonds transcending conquest. He realized that true victory came not from subduing enemies but from winning their hearts and minds, a lesson he would carry throughout his conquests. Despite remarkable victories, discontent grew among his soldiers, who longed for home. The vast expanse of his empire stretched before them like an unending sea, with unfamiliar lands and cultures. Alexander faced the challenge of balancing ambition with their needs, inspiring them through shared hardships and celebrations. He organized feasts after victories, where stories of their triumphs filled the air, laughter mingling with tales of bravery and sacrifice. "We are not just soldiers, we are family, united by our journey," he would proclaim, kindling the flames of camaraderie among his men. His journey was marked by battles and a commitment to a vision that transcended borders. The relentless pursuit of glory was intertwined with the dream of unity, a duality that drove him forward. As the sun dipped low on the horizon, casting golden hues across the land, Alexander contemplated the legacy he would leave behind. Would it be one of bloodshed and conquest, or could it be a legacy of unity that echoed through the ages? As the sun rose on the Battle of Gaugamela, tension filled the air. Facing a larger army, Alexander felt an unwavering resolve. He fought for a vision of unity that bridged divides, each enemy he faced representing an opportunity to build a future based on understanding and cooperation. In the chaos of war, Alexander became a legend. His rallying speech ignited the spirits of his men, turning them into harbingers of a new world. As battle commenced, his tactical brilliance shone. He maneuvered with precision, adapting to chaos and turning the tide of battle. Each command he issued was underlined by his desire for something greater than mere victory. He sought to create a world where cultures could thrive together. Each fallen soldier reminded him of the cost of ambition. Yet with every victory, the flames of unity burned brighter. The battle was a testament to his belief that greatness lay not in conquest but in weaving humanity into a shared destiny. The world would remember Gaugamela, not just as a battlefield, but as a point where destinies converged, where diverse peoples began to see the possibility of a shared future. As Gaugamela settled into history, Alexander emerged victorious, realizing that his true measure would be in the hearts and minds he inspired. His desire for unity, forged in battle, would shape history for ages. He envisioned cities where Greek philosophy mingled with Eastern thought, where trade routes crossed and cultures flourished side by side, creating a tapestry of human achievement. Alexander's legacy is not merely conquest but cultural unity. His campaign sparked a fusion of East and West, creating melting pots of ideas. The Hellenistic world he helped create was marked by advancements in science, art, and philosophy, a testament to his belief that the sharing of ideas and cultures could lead to greater understanding and progress. His vision transcended territorial expansion, seeking to unite diverse peoples under shared civilization. By adopting local customs and marrying into cultures, he laid the groundwork for a new world order of cultural exchange. His journey prompts reflection on how ambition can transform nations and bridge divides in our lives. In a world fraught with discord, Alexander's quest for understanding challenges us to embrace our shared humanity. His life exemplified how one individual's vision can change history, reminding us that ambition can shape collective destinies. As we navigate our contemporary society, we must act on Alexander's spirit of unity. The quest for understanding transcends time, urging us to cherish diversity and strive for harmony in our fractured world. Each of us can embody his relentless spirit, using our ambitions for a collective purpose, reaching across divides to create connections that foster peace. Reflecting on Alexander's journey, we should consider how we can be catalysts for change. The path to unity may seem daunting, but like him, we all have the potential to inspire. Let us strive to weave narratives of connection, ensuring our ambition for unity continues to shape our world. In the end, it is our ideals and actions that define a legacy. Let us honor Alexander by embodying his vision, shaping history through understanding and respect. May we carry the torch of unity into the future, illuminating the path for generations to come.